Last week, in our door-to-door service, some of my students shared with you their vision for a better world. In case you missed it, the vision came accompanied by a large revolving model globe complete with lighting effects. It was a sight worth seeing. This was truly their vision as they wanted to portray it. They devised and project managed the whole thing. It was a wonderful reminder of what young people can do when they come together with a shared objective and a powerful message to share. It reminded me of the charity established by my late uncle and aunt, Child to Child, which brought children together to share life-saving health messages with their peers in the developing world and beyond. I don't know how many lives they saved, but I like to think it was many, many. But when families fall out, the consequences can also have far-reaching repercussions. This week's Parashah sees Joseph reunited with his brothers after many years' absence, precipitated by Joseph's mishandling of his gifts, his father's favoritism, and his brother's jealousy. At the start of the Parashah, Joseph's brother Judah approaches the powerful minister, who he does not yet know is Joseph, to plead for their younger brother Benjamin's life. What is in Judah's mind when he approaches Joseph? There is a rabbinic disagreement regarding what the word vayigash, the title of the Parashah, which means he approached, implies. Through its association with other uses of the word in Tanakh, it may denote a position of hostility, an invitation to reconciliation, or even a call to prayer. Rabbi Eliezer suggests that it's a mixture of all three. Judah approached this great unknown with a degree of trepidation, prepared for any eventuality. It seems to me that this week's Parashah has a greater resonance for us this year than ever before. For many, this winter is a time of reunion after nearly 2 years' absence. We have awaited these reunions with great excitement, but, as this portion reminds us, there may be other, more difficult sentiments involved as well, both due to concerns about social gatherings and changes in the family dynamic during the past years. Like biblical relationships, real-world relationships are complex, and it can take time, courage, and tact to navigate them. Joseph's own family reunion is incomplete. His sister Dinah has been irrevocably lost. The only active verb ever used in relation to Dinah is both descriptive and prophetic, vatetsei, and she went out. In going out from her home at the beginning of her story, she also goes out from the biblical narrative, and by extension, from Joseph's life. Similarly, many of us will experience the sorrow of new gaps around our family table and in our hearts this winter. Ultimately, however, the Parashah offers us a message of hope. When the aged patriarch Jacob first heard that his son was still alive, his spirit became faint. He no longer trusted his other sons with their history of lies and deceit. I think we can all relate to that one this week. But when he saw the evidence that Joseph sent him, that he was not only alive, but thriving, his heart revived, and he gained the strength to make the journey to Egypt. In the words of Dr. Ellen Umansky, professor of Jewish studies and rabbi, healing comes when we acknowledge and act upon our sense of interconnectedness and our responsibility towards one another. May all our reunions this winter, so long anticipated, be as joyful as that of Jacob and Joseph, and bring with them the spirit of revival and renewal. Ken Yehi Ratzon.